All right, what is poppin'? What is good, everybody? This is your big brother Brumal, and we are back with another Trails in the Sky, the third Legend of Heroes series. I love this series so much, guys, so much. But you know what I love even more? I love my Lord and Savior. So you guys know how this is. We always put God first on this channel. So if you haven't today, go ahead, pause this video, go spend some time with God, whether that's just praying or reading a couple chapters out of your Bible. Oh man, so let's go ahead and get started. And see, I'm about to play a new game. I ain't finna do that anymore. So we have one more area to go through in I believe I have everything that I need. I'll probably end up building what's our faces stuff back up in a bit, because we do have to go through the next area. So I believe I have everything set. I was going through the stuff. If you guys want to see what I equipped on everybody for the most part, yeah, but like I said, I was keeping the same team as who did I say? Yeah, we kept the same team, except we swapped out Ridget for Ren, because we do need Ren for the next part. Ornaments, if you guys want to check those out, here's Kevin's, here's Ren's. Feel free to pause it if you need to. Here's Estelle's, and here's Jashua's. I probably should have put a, what was the gem 5 I could have put for that? Got me some more agility. Probably could have did that. And if you guys want to see my tactics, this is what I'm using right now. I have it set to where I believe Ren is going to be my main, my main DPS, where Estelle is on heal duty, and then we have Kevin as the arts person, and then, you know, Joshua is, I want to call him my cleaner upper. He's my cleaner. Just finishes whatever everyone else can't. That's at least what I like to think. But yeah, so let's go ahead and make our way. Okay, I finally found it. I went to two other ones, and I'm upset because this is the closest one to the actual entrance of this area. I went around like an idiot. What? That's... I didn't even read what the text says. I gotta go back and post and look at it. The Schwarzritter was waiting for us in here. For some reason, he really wants me to come and see him. Yep, that about sums it up. Oh, I guess I needed Joshua for this. I thought it was Ren. Never mind. Huh, so the choice is yours, Joshua. Naturally, I'll be accepting his invitation. As soon as you're all ready, let me know, and then I'll touch the monument. Joshua? You sure? I think that's why why I recommended bringing Ren, because this is a Ouroboros matter. Anyways, I am. No matter what happens, I'll be fine. All we can do now is keep moving forward, and that's what I intend to do. Well said, Joshua. Alright, in my lord's place, I, the Schwarzritter, do decree. Here lies the Black Ark. Place your hand on this monument, the orphan of the lost village among your number. Right, Joshua is an orphan. Ex-orphan? Alrighty. Why here? Realm of Glorious? But it's purple. The Black Ark, okay. I thought this was the Glorious. Oh, this is the Glorious. They just called it the Black Ark for the sake of this. The Glorious, huh? So much for the Crimson Ark. Now it's all black like a nasty crow. Maybe it ate maybe it ate something burned and changed its color. Terrible. Well, I see why it's called the Black Ark now. It looks like the same size as the original Glorious. It has to be the same layout, too. We can't be sure until we actually go inside and look around, though. This looks like it's gonna be a barrel of laughs. Although we should have figured as much since it's our last area to go through and all. It'll most likely be full of Ouroboros archaisms. Just like the laboratory was, too. You know the drill. Guard up, guys. Got it. Alrighty. Got all of that. I'll be jumping through all this like usual. Because we've already seen what this looks like in the previous game. Sorry if you haven't. Sorry if you didn't pay attention to that. But there's a lot of stuff that I need to grab. So I'm going to go ahead and go through all of this, grab all the stuff, grab all the chests that I need, and yeah. All right, guys. I found a star door. Wasn't expecting the star door to be here. Only those who have struggled through countless battles. Okay, yeah. So you have to have 400 battles. Let's go ahead and open this. I was not expecting the star door. Wonder how long this one is. It's probably just enough for this part alone, to be honest with you, maybe. Depending on how long it is. It's 10:28 in the morning. I don't have to be at work until 3 o'clock. To grant you the memory fragment of my blessing. Whose memory is this? Report on the attack of Erebonia's Bracer Guilds. Ah. For those who know future games, this sets up some stuff right here. Anyways. In the year 1202, many of the branches of the Bracer Guilds in Erebonia came under attack in quick succession. The perpetrators were an armed group, but all else about them was unknown. And the guild along with all connected to it in the nation fell into a state of confusion. Before long, the Orbital Communications network in the capital was rife with calls and messages, and the situation grew increasingly grave. From Intelligence Division, 1st Subdivision, General Staff Office, or 2. At dawn yesterday, the capital's guild houses were completely destroyed by powerful explosives. According to the 2nd Subdivision analysis, the explosives were likely set directly below those buildings in the city's underground waterways. Judging by explosives used and means employed, this was the work of professionals, currently working to confirm the location of potentially dangerous persons within the country. From Intelligence Division, 3rd Subdivision to Intelligence Division, 1st Subdivision, a Jaeger member has been found among those suspected of entering the country illegally. Illegal aliens! Confirmed to be responsible for logistics in the Jester Jaeger Corps. Have we heard of Jester yet? I think we have, maybe. Keep an eye on other members of the same corps in the country. From Erebonia Bracer Guild to the Liberian Bracer Guild Grancel branch. At dawn today, the guild houses in Heimdall. Oh, Heimdall. Okay, yeah, Heimdall. I'm just gonna say this right now, guys. If I'm remembering correctly, Heimdall is the equivalent to Grancel. It's their capital, I believe. Let me make sure. Because I've been to Heimdall before. Heimdall. This game. Let me make sure it's not the place that I'm thinking of. In the Kaseki fandom, Heimdall. Oops. Sure. Get out of here. Is it gonna load back up for me? Of course, it loads a video instead. Yes, Heimdall is the capital. I figured. Yep, I remember. Came under attack. We're unable to contact the bracers charged with overseeing them. We request the aid of high-ranking bracers. This is urgent. We repeat, this is urgent. So, guys, does that explain the first game now? Why Cassius had to leave? They requested high-ranking bracers to come by to come to Erebonia. All right, Intelligence Division, 1st Subdivision, to Grand Cell Staff Office. The Bracer Guild here in Erebonia has sent a message to the Guild's Grand Cell branch. Judging by the content of the message, at least one high-ranking Bracer will be entering Erebonia in the coming days. We request that they be pursued and put under strict surveillance upon approval. Two days after the assault began, Cassius Bright, S rank, arrived in the Imperial City, or capital, I mean. He assumed the post of provisional representative of the Erebonian Guild. After doing so, he assessed the damage to the goods and called the bracers assigned to them, who had become scattered in the chaos, to reconvene outside the city. He also ordered a halt of all orbital communication to prevent interception by the enemy. By this point, guilds in the 6 cities had been attacked, and the Bracer Guild in Erebonia was beginning to struggle to function. The branches that had not yet been attacked requested the army's protection. However, they seemed to be in no hurry to grant their support, making it clear that they could not be counted upon. Meanwhile, the provisional representative was able to estimate the rough location of the enemy supply base from their movements up to that point. And after choosing a small number of bracers who were familiar with the area, he sent them to try and find it. His reasoning for going with this approach was that he had concluded that the enemy would have to build a supply base inside the country because of how strict Erebonia's border controls are. It did not take long for his lose the battle, but win the war strategy to produce the results. Okay, that was just me not continuing the sentence. From Intelligence Division, 1st Subdivision, to General Staff Office. The bracer sent by Liberal's Guild is confirmed to be one Cassius Bright. Bright is an S-rank bracer whose file in our subdivision has him rated as a L4 threat, the 2nd highest level possible. Dang, then what's the highest threat? He is also the man believed to have commanded the counter-offensive against the Imperial Army during the 100 Days War. May potentially pose a threat to national security, so he is being carefully watched. You know how crazy that is? One man, and he's considered the 2nd most highest level threat to their country. That's crazy, right? That just shows you that just shows you how strong Cassius is, or at least how frightening this man is. Literally, you have Erebonia. Erebonia, out of all the countries, they're afraid of this man. Intelligence Division, 1st Subdivision. General Staff of Office. Alright. Attempt to track CB failed. Oh, Cassius Bright. Alright. Current whereabouts are unknown. However, as requested by HQ, we have not raised the alert level and have left it as it stands. Several bracers are currently traveling abroad. Aboard a train. We believe them to be taking part in some kind of operation. Interesting, guys. Erebonia has trains. Well, the Barrel doesn't. How come we ain't got trains? Erebonia has trains. But then again, you guys also seen them have tanks when they pulled up in the 2nd game as well. Right after the Liberal Arc showed up, or the Liber Arc showed up. Remember our boy? I can't remember his. What was his name? I called him the Tank Tamer. But anyways, Intelligence Division, General Staff Office. 6 bracers assaulted the Jaeger base. The Jaegers inside the base were apprehended. We have identified them to be members of the Jester Jaeger Corps. All right. The discovery of the enemy's base revealed that it was a Jaeger Corps known as Jester, who was behind the attacks. After this, however, the Jaeger's movements became much more passive, and the two sides entered a deadlock. The stalemate continued for roughly 2 months. Was that how long Cassius was gone? For 2 months? I actually don't remember. Anyways. Alright, during this time, the guild representative made contact with the intelligence division and began preparing for an operation that will ultimately allow him to bring trouble into an area. Alright, Cassius Bright has made contact with a member of our subdivision, currently in the process of confirming. The target, Cassius Bright, has proposed a joint operation intending to meet him again at a specified date and time. Strategic analysis of the Bracer Guild attack. Intelligence Division, Subdivision. What eventually broke into a deadlock was a brilliant strategy devised by Cassius Bright. Having successfully made contact with a member of the Intelligence Division, he made them send a message to HQ in hopes that it would be intercepted by the enemy. What happened was exactly that. From the message, they were able to deduce the time and place of the next meeting would be to happen, and set about plotting his assassination. Exactly what Cassius hoped would happen. During the meeting, Cassius had also given said intelligence division member an encoded message. It contained detailed plans for an operation in which the Imperial Army would defeat the Jaegers after they had been lured out by false information. The General Staff Office chose to go ahead with the proposed plan, and after a joint operation with the Bracer Guild, the Jaegers who had gathered to assassinate Cassius were surrounded and forced to surrender. Like they would be able to assassinate this man, he's too smart. Furthermore, the remnants of their forces, who were, in other words, were also defeated after the initial prisoners gave up their locations. I think of Cassius on the same level as Garp from One Piece. Good old Grandpa Garp. I think of those two as the same power level. Oh, man. Several months after the trouble began, Jester had completely dismantled. Alright. Raising the threat level to Cassius Bright S-Rank Bracer effective immediately. Henceforth, he will be regarded as an L5 threat. He poses a severe threat to national security and must be placed under strict surveillance if he ever enters the country again. Confirm that the surveillance target left the country today. His departure was without incident. Handing control over the mission over to our foreign agencies. Transmission over. From GSO, Special Intelligence Department, His Excellency, the Imperial Chancellor. Or to His Excellency, the Imperial Chancellor. There we go. Gilead Osborne again. Alright. We also confirmed Cassius' departure. We shall continue to pursue him, but he has not shown any suspicious behaviors to date. We have yet to confirm any interactions between him and the minstrel. Oh, okay, they're talking about Prince Olivert. All right, we'll continue to follow their movements. How crazy is that, guys? They are so afraid of this man. Jagged armor. Okay. That's how. Oh my god. Goodness, man. Like, this is why Cassius is him. If anyone has, like, I don't like using these terms that these kids come up with, But literally, Cassius is the definition of him. Oh man, let's see. We got this jagged armor. Oh. Why? Why did this have to happen to me? If I could just unravel the mysteries of this world and reported it to the Ouroboros, my promotion would have been guaranteed. This is all their fault. Of course it is. All of this is their fault. Still not taking accountability, are you, buddy? He's the same old. How in Adios did you even end up getting captured here? Hey, you! How did you all get here? You came to laugh at me, didn't you? I bet you did. Yes, sorry, but we totally forgot that you were even here. So what? You got whisked away by the... Wait, what? You got whisked here the same way you ended up in the Force. Okay, my reading is atrocious. As a matter of fact, yes. This appears to be the only recreation of the real place, just like the capital was. As I was starting to take in my surroundings, I was surrounded by Vogels and knocked out by electric shocks. Then, when I woke up, I found myself here. Wow, it must have been a blast. He seems pretty mentally drained. Hold on, Gilbert. If we mess with the panel over there, we should be able to disable the barrier and get you out of here. Forget it. Leave me be. Even if by some miracle I manage to make it out of this world, I'll just end up as Lord Capanella's plaything again. As if a guy like me had any real shot at being promoted in Ouroboros. Why did I ever get my hopes up? Ugh. Alright. Poor guys tripped up the spiral negative. I don't think you're wrong, though. After all, this is a world on a higher plane that's beyond any technologies the society has. I bet the 13 factories would be over the moon if they had someone to tell them all about it. You really think so? Wait, you're... Lady Ren! Why are you... what brings you here? You didn't come here to finish me off because you think I betrayed Ouroboros, did you? Oh? I even wasn't aware that you betrayed Ouroboros. Dealing with traitors isn't usually part of my job. I can make a special exception for you if you want. I didn't betray anyone, I promise. That's enough, Ren. Come on, Ren. He's already sad enough sight as it is. Okay, fine. Get rid of this dang barrier and get me out of here, please. I'll do anything. Why didn't you just say that in the first place, you big dummy? As you wish. You really are a special thing, aren't you? Alrighty then. Let's mess with that panel over there and get him out of here. Panel. There we go. It's open! I'm free! The goddess has not forsaken me after all. You wouldn't believe he was... You wouldn't believe he was asking to be left alone just a minute ago, would you? Keep in mind that this hardly spells a victory over me, though. Ordinarily, I wouldn't feel compelled to thank my enemies, no matter what they did. But I will make exception for you. Just this once and give you this. I hope you appreciate it. Okay, got the security card. Nice. Hey, isn't this... That's the very latest glorious security card. It's something that I was given back in the real world before coming here. Though... So, who knows if it'll actually be of use to you. And that's not my problem. I bid you all farewell. The next time that we meet, we will once again be foes. Don't expect any mercy. I feel like my brain just switched itself off. off to avoid having the process of what just happened. I think I can see why Campy's taken such a liking to him. Despite what he said, Kevin, I think we may actually be able to use this as use the security card. Funny, I was thinking the same thing. If we pass anywhere that it looks like that we can use it, let's give it a whirl. Alrighty, let's see what we got. We got Seal 2, nice. And we got 5,000 Mira, which finding Mira is not an easy thing. So, I will continue on in navigating through this thing because I got lost in here. When I didn't get lost, it's just taking a long time to get through everything. Alright, let's use this. So, during my findings, I found a gladiator headband as well as... I found a new gladiator headband, I found a gladiator belt, and I also got a new weapon for Ren, called the Bloody something. What they call this again? Hold on. The Bloody Slaughter, that's what Ren's new weapon is. Oh, there we go. I can't believe that card that we got earlier seriously worked. Could this be a coincidence or something more? Alright. We should be able to go down to the hangar now. Let's get going. Yeah. Alright, let's see what we got, guys. They really drug this on. Yeah! Finally showed up, huh? Hey, it's the Capuas. Huh? Don? Kyle? This is one of those things where I kind of wish that most JRPGs didn't let you use 4 characters. Simply because there's just so many combinations of dialogue that could possibly happen. But I guess that's the reason for you to replay the game, I guess. Even you guys are being used, huh? That's not how it looks. The whole situation's too much for my dumb brain to handle, to get a handle on, to be honest. I just know that we've got to do what we got to do. Dang. I cannot read. We all know that. Shut up, Brumal. All right. Oh, there it is. Yeah, what he said. I don't think that there's any point in thinking too hard about it. Thinking too hard about it anyways. Better to just get it over with so we can move on. Makes things easier for all parties involved, yeah? Good to see you hanging in there, Joshua. How's that whole trip been working out for you? Very well, thanks. I hear your delivery company has been taken off too. Well, we can't afford to be lazy when we've got a debt to Her Majesty to repay. All the more reason that you need to get everything squared away here and get back to the real world. We can't do it without Josette. Yeah, she's the one who handles all our accounts, you know. If we were forced to make do without her, we'd stop within a month. Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, we're ready to go on our side. Alright then. Thanks for being so cool about this. Let's get this over with, so these guys can get a move on. Gotcha. We're not going to be holding back against you. So don't you even think about holding back on us. It's like, we'll show you what we couldn't do in the second game. Alrighty. Well. Woo-wee. You know what? Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna... I didn't set Ren's F's craft. I didn't set it. But that's fine. That did nothing. That did nothing. I'm afraid. I'm very afraid. And look how much CP Ren got back too. Close enough. That hurt my feelings. All right.
I hold in my hand the chalice of heaven. May its holiest of lights act as our shield. Ray of fear!
Resist that. Yep, that's what I wanted to do. And that was an easy fight. She called it a Terminator? No, Ren! Be pure. Be pure, Ren. Hey, she got to level up. Nice. She called herself the Terminator. Oh, we got a poison. Nice. Got Septin bullets. Septin bullets. Bloody meatballs. So that wasn't a bad fight. Woo! You guys are beasts. And I'm happier for that. See, some people say, I think it was Andrew Wilson. I heard him talk about that. For those who don't know, Andrew Wilson is a debater. You can see him mostly on the Whatever podcast. Sometimes the Whatever podcast is kind of cool. Sometimes I kind of think it's a little cringe, but every once in a while they'll come across a topic that I'm interested in. And I remember Andrew Wilson was on one of his podcasts one time, and he was talking about how men have this particular, I don't want to say particular need for violence, but it's just one of those things where sometimes men just have to slug it out with each other. And it doesn't necessarily have to be out of hatred. It's just like, did he say it was out of a means of camaraderie or something? Like he was just like, yeah, someone, like you punch each other in the face and then you thank the other person for doing so or something. Like I can't remember how he worded it. I cannot remember how he worded it, but it was just, but I don't know. When I listened to it, it made sense. It definitely has made sense, because I actually have heard the term, like I had heard the phrase that you can actually learn about the other person by trading blows with them or something like that. So I know some of y'all probably like, Brumal, what the heck are you talking about? I couldn't tell you. I'm a warrior. Oh my gosh. Shout out to the Boondocks. He said, I'm a warrior. Oh man. Anyways. Well, goes without saying, but we're just the warm-up act here. And that wasn't even a bad fight. You've got some real monsters waiting for you ahead, so watch your backs. Oh. And while we're about to disappear for now, it seems like we'll be able to remain in this world for a little longer. Okay, we won't disappear anyways. We should be able to help you out sometime too. Don't be afraid to call upon us now. Alright, so we unlock the next area. Josette's Bobcat S-Craft has been strengthened. The support of Don and Kyle lets the Bobcat fire a powerful missile in addition to the Gatling guns. Nice. So yeah, we probably should have brought Josette with us for there, but she probably would have made this fight really hard, because I'm not gonna lie, Josette is kind of garbage. However, it's hypocritical for me to say that, because I am one of those people that like to say no character is garbage, you just need to build them correctly. I have proven this by making Jin Yan in Genshin Impact a complete powerhouse in the game, and I've also have proven that you can make Mona, who is my favorite character from Genshin. Now, I have not played Genshin in about a year and a half, because I quit that game. But I have made Mona a support character into a main DPS, and she rocks. So yeah. Anyways, I actually have my Jing Yan build on the YouTube channel. You just guys have to find it if you want to see it. Anyways, they might not be the real Don and Kyle, but they're just like them. They seem like more people who'd be too nice for their own good. They'd probably give Estelle a run for our money. Probably, yeah. I am here, you know. Still, at least Josette should be able to rest easier now. Yeah. Either way, we should be able to access the forecastle area of the ship now. So, let's head there next. Got it. Can I continue on? Is there anything else, or? Nope. Nothing left. Alright. So, that's going to be, well, it's not going to be it. I have an hour's worth of recording, but we probably have like maybe 30 minutes worth of stuff, most likely. So, I am going to pause the recording here, and then we are going to add the next part of it. Maybe, hopefully, I don't know. Let's go back to the deck and see real quick. Yep, that's open now. So we'll go ahead and do that.